name is Robert Mutyaba. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm an ICT specialist. I run a company called RBM Enterprise Solutions. I'm also involved with farming. We have farms in Kayunga and Wikwe. And on those farms, we have actually trained a lot of youth. We've held about 20 cohorts so far and covered ground with at least 400 youth who have been trained on our farm. It was in 2012 when a friend of mine invited me to the graduation ceremony. He had just completed, he was in class 5. When I attended that graduation, I was right away amazed at the caliber of people that I found at the graduation. And when I listened what they said about the Oxid Executive Leadership Program, it hit home. It was issues of leadership, but also as a person that is involved with leadership and an executive, the idea of delving deeper in executive leadership training was a very attractive idea for me. But not just that, the testimonies that these people shared on how the course had challenged them, on how the course had changed them, and some of them were given different awards of the different things, and all that highlighted how rigorous the program was, but how in-depth it also was. By the end of that graduation dinner, I had made up my mind that I wanted to join the Oxid Executive Leadership Program. I think that the Oxid Executive Leadership Program was a short course of 6 months, but probably the most important, the most life-changing, impacting course that I have attended in my life, because it was after the Oxid Executive Leadership Program that I would say my life really took a total turnaround. To my social class changed, the people that I interact with changed greatly, my outlook on life. I believe I was already a confident person. I was mentoring young people, but I think my confidence also went up. But there are a lot of things that I actually got out of this program. Number one, my reading changed. If you gave me a book of about 200 pages, I probably spent the whole month trying to read the book. INT challenged me. We had volumes of books, like if you look at books like Good to Great, you look at books like The State of Africa. The State of Africa has the history of Africa, 50 years from independence, and the book is a huge volume, and yet that was 1 month of covering that book and writing a book summary. Book like From Third World to First World, The Story of Singapore, written by the former Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew. These just changed me. They turned me around. First, they challenged me with the content they presented, but also changed my reading culture. And I learned how to read, different ways of reading. And by the end of this program, my reading culture had totally changed. The principles of executive leadership, no excuse leadership is what we said. We seek to be people of value, giving no excuses, but providing answers and solutions. And this is what the world is looking for. And this is something that the Oxid program very, very much emphasizes. And by the time I was at the end of this program, the idea of no excuse leadership had fully sunk inside me. Not that I was a person that was giving excuses, but the emphasis on the idea of no excuse leadership, the way it hit home is that if I have a task on me, whether I'm volunteering or doing anything, I understand that nobody is looking for excuses. And no matter the circumstances, I need to deliver results. Whatever it takes, I am willing to do that exactly to deliver results. Then the program brought me into contact and involvement with people of similar aspirations, people that are aspiring to be good leaders, that are aspiring to be people of integrity, the principles that INT fosters. And being a part of that mass of people just transforms how you do things, how you think. It puts you in a group of accountability. So that's what INT did to me, that I have accountable people. It changed my social fabric, the social network within which I operate changed, because the people that I found in INT were people different caliber. INT trains people, middle managers, top managers, members of parliament, even ministers. So this becomes the kind of class that I find myself in, and people whose parts of life probably I would never have crossed. I realized that there were people that now we are colleagues and we relate well even up to today. So for me, INT has had such a great impact in transforming the kind of people that I deal with, and then also knowing that these people have the same value system and we have similar aspirations, and having them littered around in different organizations creates a new level of capabilities and possibilities when it comes to getting things done. So the impact that I can have as an individual totally changed because of INT. INT has made me a better citizen. It has given me a platform to proffer transformation to my country. I no longer give excuses. I no longer simply complain. But when there are issues in this country, I am part of the solution. I want to be part of the solution. Even if it's at parliament level, I can submit as an individual the leadership caliber of training that INT gives, although I've not emphasized it much, is totally out of this world. So I encourage everybody to come and obtain this kind of training, top executive leadership kind of training. It's practical. When we come out of INT, we remain as a cohesive group. We have an association, but also we continue to be accountable to one another and to speak to one another about providing solutions for this country. We believe that this country's transformation is going to take men and women who have committed themselves to what it takes to change and are willing to pay the price and to coordinate with one another. INT is preparing the leaders of tomorrow. It's preparing a mass of people that we hope that we will see INT alumni across organizations in this country, and those are the people that will change the way things are done. I do not want to speak about how many are where and everywhere, but we have INT alumni in many organizations, and we are seeing the changes they are bringing about. Some of them have been appointed ministerial positions, others have been appointed to permanent secretaries, others have been appointed to top positions as CEOs and so on, across the divide, in political and in the private sector. And I think that if you join INT, your life will never remain the same.